Hey guys, it's time for another tent video. Welcome back to CampGeeks, and I've got another tent for you. Now this one obviously is a lot smaller than the last tent I did. This is a Big Agnes. This is the Fly Creek HVUL1, which is one of their ultralight 3-season backpacking tents. This is the one-person version. They do offer larger versions for 2-3 people as well. And they do also offer a lighter version, the Platinum series of this same tent, which basically changes the materials and stuff to make it even lighter. Now this is a one-person tent, packs up very small, only weighs 2 pounds 1 ounce. As it sits right here in the bag is basically a packed weight. You can actually go ultralight and pack it a little bit less than that, basically for your trail weight. And then you can obviously do like a fly only, things like that. So you have options. This is not a full review. This is the setup video. This is my first setup of it. And I'm looking forward to setting it up because this is I think the second Big Agnes tent I've ever actually set up, which I'm happy because I like the brand. So let's head down to the backyard and we'll give it a try. Alright, so as last time, this is the first time setting up the HVUL1 Fly Creek from Big Agnes. It is a little damp out, so if you see any water, it is because the ground is still wet, basically from the dew overnight. But I'm going to throw the drone up, and I got my cell phone on the other side. We're going to get a 3-way triangle setup just like I did last time, and we'll speed this whole process up. So let me get the drone up, and then we'll go. So here we go. That's good so far. Okay, so I have it all set up now. It's not 100% set up. Obviously, there's some more guideline points and things like that that you can do. And to be honest, what took the longest of this tent to set up was just tying the guideline points that were factory tied so that they didn't come apart in shipping. That took longer than anything else, as you probably saw in the video. But in total, it probably would have taken me less than 5 minutes to completely set the tent up, even if I did these, if I didn't have to worry about that. It is pretty easy to find out. The front two for at least the Fly, they are color coordinated. So the front two are actually this reddish brown color, and then the back one is a yellow color. And then you can actually, because they are just these ties, you can actually pull these tighter, things like that. Obviously, you saw for the tile points for the back, you do have to stake those back 2 corners because it is a single pole design in the back. So otherwise, the corners wouldn't be brought out to the side. And then underneath, right under here, there is that strap right here, as you can see, that actually holds the middle of the actual tent itself out. Now, if you were running this without the Fly, obviously the side of the tent, you would have to stake this out or something. Otherwise, it would just be a little bit floppy. Not that that's a big deal. But I do like the guidelines. They actually are they're nicely set up. They have these self-tensioning systems built into them. The guide points and everything were really easy to find. The actual stakes and everything that they give you are pretty nice. They do give you a emergency repair piece for your pole in case you break or bend a pole substantially. But these DAC aluminum tent stakes are really light and actually push into the ground really easily. Now, of course, the ground here is not rocky and it's fairly soft because of the dew and everything like that, so it's got some moisture in it. We did have rain yesterday morning, so Like I said, this isn't going to be a full review or anything, but just trying to get my first impressions of the tent myself. So far, just from setup, it's I really like it. And I'll tell you what, I'll bring the camera over here so you can take a peek inside, because why not? If I ever set up, you might as well take a peek inside, right? So, yeah, come on in. All right, well, even though the ground's a little wet, the zippers are definitely nice and tight. Now, obviously, I'm sitting in here backwards, but I am sitting, and I do have head height. They did put vertical walls on this tent just to give you as much head height as possible. It is a one-person design, but by all means, even with me laying in here, I'm 5'11". There's still a good foot above me if my feet are at the bottom, which means that there's plenty of space if I'm sleeping here for my gear and stuff like that, everything here. There is some tie-up points, it looks like, above me for a small gear loft if you wanted to put it up here. There are a couple other points that I see that I did not attach on the Rainfly that you can actually clip to the mid part here. I didn't see it as a requirement, but that would obviously give you a little more room, I think, in here, and actually would take a little more of this bow out. And I'll show you that here in a second. But I really like it. It's well designed. You can actually, look at that. They even have a tie here for the guy here to keep the bug netting and the mesh door out of your way, so that you have full opening here. You can definitely tell that airflow is actually not going to be a problem. The fly is up off the ground far enough where you will get airflow. I do like it. So I'm going to show you these points real quick. I'm just going to take off the guy lines real quick. Underneath here, this was one of the clips that I did. This is obviously the lower section, but there is one more directly behind this guy point here. That probably, let me undo back here too. All right, so you can see that small clip, and then the one here for the door. So if I do that, essentially what that does is, and essentially why they also have it as part of the guy system is, let me get that clip on. So when you pull this guy point, it's actually tugging on the tent itself as well. So you get both of those done. I didn't see that one in when I was setting it up. Obviously, my mistake. That's why I said this is my first setup of this tent, not my professional setup, right? So you get that guy out here. Make sure that it's tensioned. Jeez, it grabs onto this. It grabs onto that pretty well, actually. Pressed. And then tension this guy up. There we go. Let's take a peek inside and see what that kind of a difference that made. So you can see a difference between the side over here that does not have it, and then the side up here. You can see right there. That's where that guy point is. You can see it actually curves out, which actually gives you more room inside. It definitely feels roomier because of it. So yeah, they did a good job of actually maximizing this out and using the fly to their advantage to pull everything out with guy lines, which is smart. There also is, let me show you here, just inside the doors on both sides actually, there are these little mesh stow pockets for cell phone, whatever, kind of keep it out of your way so it's not on the floor of the tent. So there you have it. That's my setup of the Fly Creek HV-UL1. I will put a link at the top of the description if you want to take a peek at it yourself. Big Agnes did send this over to me to take a peek at and show you guys, and you know, I'm really happy they did, because I really like this tent. It is fantastic. Any of those solo adventures, any adventure where you're going off with other people but you do want to have your own private space, especially at night, it's definitely something that's handy. Obviously you can get two-person tent out there, two-person tents that are really ultra lightweight that cost more, of course, as well. This is retails at about $349. And like I said, they do make a lighter version of it, the Platinum series, but that's another $150 to get to that extra ultra lightness. It does shave off a few ounces at least, but that said, I'm really happy with this one, and I can't wait to see what kind of how well I actually like it overnight. That's going to be the true testament to see whether what I actually think of it for my actual full-blown review. That'll be coming later, but I don't do reviews unless I actually test them. So while this is a quasi info session as well as a setup video, good job, Big Agnes. You did a really good job. Definitely take a peek at it. If you have any questions or comments, post those below. Subscribe to the channel, share it if you could. That way we get more people coming here. So thanks for stopping by, guys. Maybe I'll go take a nap.